What's up, fellow vapors? My name is Brandon. You can call me B for short. And today I got with me my Geekvape Ageis 100 watt TC box mod. And yeah, I'm well aware there's many reviews on this, but I believe it deserves as much recognition as possible. It's a well-made box, and it's a brilliant device. So the more people that are aware of this, and the more people who purchase it, the better. Today I'm gonna cover some features and personal experience with the mod, and so on and so forth. Get into the outer protection here. On the Geekvape site, Geekvape states that this has mil-spec STD 810G 516-6 shockproof protection, and it does. I can attest to that. I'll get into that a little later. Its other protections they refer to as Ingress or International Protection, or IP67. 6 standing for dust protection, and 7 standing for water immersion up to 0.15 centimeters or 1 meter deep. And yeah, that's a nice quality to have. Not having to worry about getting your mod wet. Just the other day, in fact, I was outside and it was raining. Stood there vaping, dripping water all over it. Loved it. Anyways, as far as any issues on the exterior, it's been pretty well. I've dropped it a few times. I've chipped the glass right here, and but has not affected the screen whatsoever. I did notice this screw right here was missing. And then after I noticed that one, I went through and checked the rest of them, and I found that they were all loose. Tightened them back up. A few days later, noticed this one was missing. So I contacted Geekvape. You can't find the part right on their website in their parts list, but if you contact them, I'll leave the information down at the bottom. They will send you out some new screws for a price, of course, which isn't much. I mean, a couple little screws. Currently, though, I'm using these replacement screws for this panel right here, which is this vise is not. You cannot charge this vise by itself. You have to actually purchase an external charger, which is in fact better. You should be charging your device outside of the device. This right here, though, it does have firmware upgradable capabilities. So that's what this is protecting. But they did send me a couple replacement screws for this, and that's what I used to replace that screw right there. Haven't gotten to that one yet, but you know, it'll happen. Also waiting for my new screws to come in, so maybe I'll just wait. Batteries calls for 26650, but you can. Right here's a 26650. You can't. It does come in the package, an insert, so you can use the 18650s. You can also purchase separately caps that will allow you to use the 21700s and the 2700 batteries. I don't have any clue what they cost. I haven't looked that up, but yeah, with this mod you can use any battery out there on the market. Well, not any battery, any good battery, I should say. I do want to get into a little bit of my personal experience with this. How I ended up with this: I was on vacation in October in the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And at the time, I was on my way there, and I had the brand new, just on the market, Wisemac Relux Gen 3. And I don't know if anybody's, well, I'm sure many of you have been to the Outer Banks, but, you know, Highway 11, it's a highway on the beach. You pretty much drive 45 minutes, 30 minutes out to your beach house, and you're out of society and the public. No stores, no nothing, just relaxation. Well, a day or two after I got there, I'm sitting on the deck vaping away, checking out the sunset, and I noticed my screen was dimming up here in the corner on my Wisemac. And by the next morning, the entire screen was gone. Couldn't see my wattage, couldn't see my ohms, couldn't see anything. So I got up on Google, found a vape shop right in town off the beach. So I got an SUV, drove 45 minutes to town, and walked in, and I discovered the Ageis. It's the best discovery I've had. Like I said, I've dropped it, chipped the screen, no issues, still works. Gotten it wet, still works. And this is the part I wanna exemplify right here. If you are quitting smoking or a new vapor, you need to get this mod. When I went out and got my first mod, my first worry was, because I'm a former smoker, I just quit. My first worry was, well, what happens if it breaks on me or I drop it and I can't get to a vape store? I'll be going to buy a pack of cigarettes. Sure enough, had the Kanger K-Box Mini. Dropped it one time, shorted out the battery, and fried it. The vape store wasn't covered under warranty, and I literally had to send that box back to the manufacturer and wait for them to look at it, decide if it was covered, and then send me a new one. Which they did. They honored their warranty and whatnot, even though I dropped it. They were pretty decent people. And the funny thing is, that one ended up crapping out on me. And then I went up to my boys, my favorite vape shop near me, Vape Kings, and I went in. This was before August 8, 2016, where the FDA changed the rules on this kind of stuff. But I went in, explained the problems I was having with it, and they took off the shelf a brand new box. Took my broken K box, didn't even buy it there, and they gave me the box. They said they'll handle the warranty, send it off, and got it replaced themselves. And I got a new box that day. I love that store. They always take care of their customers. Best store. You can get on their website too, vapeking.com. Check them out. They're good people. But anyways, yeah, I was up the creek without a paddle. Ended up going to buy a little pen to get me by, but you know, what if you're away from the vape store and something like that happens? What are you gonna do? Well, you no longer have to worry about this with this mod right here. Pick it up, get it. Only goes to 100 watts. That's the sorry thing about it. But you know what? You don't need to go past 100 watts for your first box. You know, and I use this a lot. Even now, I have the iJoy Captain. That's 213 box mod, 213 watts, and I still use this after using that, and I still get the same satisfaction, no issues. Kind of zoning out there, listening to Wu-Tang there, kind of lost track of a minute, but yeah, 100 watts, and it does the job. Actually, I'm gonna throw my Geekvape Ageis on there, something I just picked up. At first, my buddy had this, didn't like it, hated it, leaked. He just started out building coils and couldn't get it right, and it was burning his throat and stuff, and he went out straight out and bought a new tank and gave me this one. I love it, but I think this is actually, I think it built it down to 11. Oh no, look at that. That's one thing I don't get there is on my Captain, this is 0.11 coil, and here it's 0.16. Let's see. Oh, there goes the 15. But yeah. Still nice cloud though. I love the way it hits. I love the way this box mod hits. It's not too complicated. There are a few adjustments you can make to it. 3 clicks to enter them. Once you get in there, you got your bypass mode, your VPC mode, TCT temperature control mode, titanium temperature control mode, stainless steel, nichrome, and bacteria cancel. And then you can go down and adjust your puff time or whatnot. I don't mess with that, but you can go down and lock your coil or zero it out, and then hold your power button and have it read it again in case it's messing up on you like this one is right now. But yeah, it's pretty simple. It's a good box for new vapors, especially if you're just quitting smoking. I had to say, you know, if you're good at doing coils, pick up the salmon too. It's nice hit, nice flavor, absolutely good. I'm gonna cover that in a later review. But yeah, the only problems I had with this is those screws. You know, I thought maybe if I took this bezel off here and got underneath here, this would just come right off, and maybe I could cut up my Eli Manning jersey and glue that in there and customize my mod a little bit. But nah, this is glued right in there. So I'm sure if I took a heat gun to it and worked it, I definitely could pull it off there, which would be sweet. And I think Geekvape should consider that. Consider making this customizable. And also too, I'm hoping the more recognition the Ageis gets, and on the protection it has with the 810 516-6 and the IP67, with the recognition it gets, I hope it gets them inclined to make a bigger, more wattage box with the same protection. Keep it coming, Geekvape. Keep it coming. Build up and better. But yeah, it's real nice. I didn't show this part, but standard 510, 3 screws. This is all what, you know, protected. Can't get any liquids down in there. You know, I've had boxes leak or spill juice and gets down in the screen, and 2 hours later the screen's gone from getting wet. You know, sometimes you just can't help it, and sometimes your tanks leaks. It happens. So for a company not to build their box mod to protect against that is just ridiculous. But yeah, mainly I just wanted to cover this quickly, give it more recognition, and hopefully touch base with some new vapors out there, ones that are quitting smoking or whatnot, and convince them to go out there and get this mod. Please do it. You'll be doing yourself a favor. You know, if you're like me, I know you're itching to get something bigger and badder, or holding 2-3 batteries and can pump it up to 300 watts. I'm gonna tell you something, you're not gonna get there right away. And even after vaping for a while, I don't get there. You know, the funny thing about it too is, for you seasoned vapors, when I got this from that vape store in Outer Banks, it came with a package deal. It came the Geekvape Ageis, 118-650 battery, and the Smock V12. How retarded, or excuse me, how stupid is that? A V12 tank with a 100-watt box. It was just stupid. Anyways, I couldn't convince him to throw in a different tank, but I had my Wisemac still. I knew what it was set on, so I just took the deal anyway so I could get the Ageis. I threw the tank on the TFV12, the Beast by Smock, onto my Wisemac, and I cranked that thing up to well, I started off at 150. It was alright, but best was like 160 to 220, and I cranked it all the way up to 220 and hit that, and I tell you, it's definitely not worth it. I don't see anybody consistently vaping it at that high wattage. And if you do, please leave a comment. I'd like to know, I'd like to ask you, pick your brain about it. That'd be cool. Speaking of which, if you have any questions on this, feel free to ask, and I'll get right back to you. I am more than willing and enthusiastic about answering questions about this mod, box mod. That's how much I love it, and that's how much I want to, you know, be the middleman and getting some of you newer people vaping, or, you know, people who, you know, just vape to vape and aren't really into this, to get out there and buy this. But yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to cover on this. I will do a later review. I'm going to get real technical with the modes and what you can do. Like for instance, um, the VPC mode, from what I understand, is just like a mechanical, supposed to be just like hitting a mechanical box mod. But yeah, I don't want that in bypass. I'll put that in power. There we go. But yeah, any questions? If I didn't touch on something you're looking for, feel free to ask. I'm gonna cover this captain, and then I'm gonna cover my Ijo, or yeah, my captain, this Amit, and then I'm gonna cover my Ijo captain. Brand new. Love this carbon fiber right here. Oh yes, and I want to talk briefly about batteries. By far my favorite battery right here is this right here, MX Joe, or whatever you want to call it. Um, Definitely most reliable batteries I've had. They work well in the Ageis. No problems. They continue to hold their battery life. No droppage, no nothing, no shorts, no nothing. But I would like to know. I would like to hear about other Aegis owners' battery experiences. So, if you do watch this, please feel free to let me know about your experience with batteries, and let me know what your favorite batteries are, and let me know what your favorite tank on the Aegis is, and let me know about some of the builds you do, how much you push it, because and that's another thing I want to cover, which isn't a big worry, because it's a single cell unit. Once you get down to even past a little past a quarter of the way of the battery life, you'll notice that 67.8. Let's try it. I just put this in, so alright, so let's try to go up to 70. Alright, see it bouncing back between 70 and 69. Once you start using your battery a little bit and the juice starts dropping in it, your wattage will drop. And once you get to 50 cents, or 50%, it goes down even a little further. And once you get down to a quarter or 10% of your battery left, you're sitting there hitting the power button 3-4 times to heat up the coil to get one hit. And I do that to eat up the battery, so I'm charging out of that battery. But it's not as big of a problem as I thought it would be. It's not a big of a problem at all. It doesn't affect your experience. I don't even notice it. So do not let, if you're at the vape store and they're trying to sell you a bigger box mod for more money, and they're telling you that's the downfall of this box, don't listen to them. They're lying to you. So yeah, I want to hear about your batteries, your tanks, how far you push this, if you ever run it at 90 or 100 watts, and how long it lasts you or whatnot. But hit me up with some questions, answers, and like my video, guys. Thanks so much. And go Giants, even though you suck this year, but I still love you guys. Peace out. Alright, guys. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and show you a few things here. Geekvape.com, www.geekvape.com. Jump on there, hit products, jump down to the AGS kit under mods and kit, and bring you here. Give you a little bit more specs on it. Right here, real rated power, instantaneous fire at 0.015 seconds. And then if you scroll down a little farther, here's the mill SCD 810G 516.6 military grade shack crew. No worry about getting scratched, soiled, or broken by accident anymore, and it's true to its form. Scroll down here and you'll see the IP67 I was referring to. Waterproof friendly for beach, fishing, swimming, boating, kayaking, water park activities, and any activities. I ride a lot of 4-wheelers and stuff, and it keeps it protected. Here's the dust proofing. Withstand dirty environments and can easily be cleaned. Um, Easily be cleaned, yes. That rubber's a little bit of a pain, but if you take a little bit of tape, you can get most of the dust and stuff off of it. I like to take a blow gun and blow it out, but right here's the Sportsmate major battery cells.
This is a 2170 and 2700 caps I was talking about. It's a different cap. You see here, this has the little hinge that folds down. You can unscrew that, but this just has a coin or a flathead screw. But those are the caps for those batteries. This is the insert for the 18650. Um, but yeah, covers the modes and everything. Like I said, I'm going to do another video later down the road detailing that. But then it gets into the shield tank. So jump on there if you want a little bit more detailed description of the Ageis. Over here is my boys. www.vaporking.com. If you're going to order from these guys, just get on the site, jump over here to the search, enter it, and type in Geekvape and search it. And it'll pop up here. And just hit that right there. Open up the Ageis. And you scroll down here, you see $74.99 is not a bad price for that cat. Not a bad price at all. Over here, you can order or hit the drop down box, and it lists all the styles they have: the black leopard, the black red, the green camo, pumpkin orange. It lists how many they have in stock, so you can pick whatever flavor you want there. But you scroll down, get a little more detailed information on it. But Google it too. The number will pop up. Give them a call if you don't want to do this. Get them on the phone and speak to them. And tell them Brandon sent you. And yeah, give me some recognition with these guys, even though they know me pretty well. I give them a lot of deals when it comes to stores. Spend a lot of money with them. But yeah, you're gonna get this. Get it from Vapor Kings. They're great people. All of their staff is pretty knowledgeable. So do it up, people. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you go dangerous.